Good morning and welcome back to the weekly Midrash. Parshas Vayishlach says, Vayavo Yaakov Shalem Ir Shechem. Yaakov came complete with everything to the city of Shechem asher be'eretz Canaan bevo mi Padan Aram. Vayichan es Pnei Ha'ir. And he made the city beautiful. How did Yaakov beautify the city? The Midrash tells us, Hischil Ma'amid Itlizin Umocher Bezol. What does Yaakov Avinu do? He opened a butcher shop. He started to sell affordable meat for the masses. This is what he did to show his appreciation of the town. Midrash goes on to describe that this is exactly what was done by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Lazar, his son. That when you go to a place and you benefit from that town, you have the obligation to show your appreciation for that town and to do something good in return. When Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Lazar, his son, were hiding from the Romans during the time of persecution for 12 years and then another year, 13 years total in the cave, they came out unscathed, mostly, but their skin was raw and filled with cuts, kamatzim all over. And so to heal themselves, they went and sat in the Beis HaMerchatz, in the Schwitz, and in the mikvah, in the waters of Tiberias. And the waters of Tiberias healed their wounds and allowed them to recover their health to what had been 13 years earlier. In response, they said, Tzrichim anu la'asos tova kederech shayu avosenu osim. We must do good for the city, the town of Tiberia, like our forefathers did. Shayu osim itlosenu mochen bezol. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Lazar elected to set up mikvos, bathhouses, and other public works to benefit the very town that they benefited from. We learn from here two important lessons. The first is the obvious one, hakaras hatov. The basic value of a Jewish person is to show appreciation for good that is done to you. And then the larger question, and that is, what do I leave behind me after 80, 90, 120 years in this world? Each of us have to recognize that we're not here forever. And that, in all likelihood, our children will know us, our grandchildren will know us, maybe our great-grandchildren will know who we are, our names. But will our great-great-great-grandchildren even know who we are? Will they have heard of us? There's a strong possibility that they won't even know our names. So what do we leave behind in our wake? And that sobering thought, we have the obligation to turn back to our town, back to the place and the people who benefited us, and we have to give back. Someone told me a remarkable story earlier today that years ago they visited in Israel a certain Torah institution, and they benefited so much from the learning and from the inspiration they received there, they decided to give back and fund a program, a seed program that grew and grew and grew. And one of the graduates years later ended up coming and settling in their very community and is now a well-respected educator who is teaching and inspiring this person's grandchildren. What do we leave behind us? What do we leave after we are no longer here? We have to give thought to that, not just to show appreciation so that we have recognition while we're alive, but that we have the obligation to make our community and those and the institutions that affect us a better place to live in. May we all be zocheh.